All right, welcome back to another live session. Today we're going to be talking about chords again, and before we get into that, maybe I'll play a warm-up song. I like to always play a tune to get warmed up. If you're tuning in for the first time, please let me know where you're tuning in from so we can say hello. I'm here at Brian Baker Guitar Studio in Quispamsis, New Brunswick at KVOA Youth Center. And we're just going to pick a little bit here to get warmed up, and then we'll start learning some chords. Let's play 12-bar blues in the key of E. I think I like to play there. This is fun. Here we go, key of E. Well, Jerry, read in there. The other warm-up songs were more country than this. This is more blues. All right, let's get to work and learn a new chord. Today we're going to be working on D chord. And so we'll tune up a little bit. D chord, if you learn the other two chords that we've been working on, will give you D, C, and G, and you'll be able to play a lot of good songs. You know how they say all you need is 3 chords and the truth. So we're going to work on D chord today, and I'll show you what it looks like, and we'll learn it together. D chord looks like this. All right, looks like that. It's easy. There's a few things going on here, though, that I can help you with to be able to make this chord a little easier. So let's go through it. G string, that's the 3rd string up, 1, 2, 3. You're going to put your first finger on there. Then you're going to put your second finger on the 2nd fret of the high E string down the bottom, right there. Okay. And you're going to put your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the B string right there. Okay, so a couple things that happen here. When students first start making this shape, a lot of times we'll start putting their fingers on these frets, but in funny places. So you might be here, and there, right? And so there's an easy way to make this chord. Is what you want to do is to scrunch your fingers all together, so that I'm still in the 2nd fret, I'm on the 3rd fret, but I'm scrunching it together, and I think that gives me more power to push down all together. If my fingers are closer together, I can push down a lot easier. And what you want to do is on the D chord is you want to strum down from your D string, which is the 3rd string down. 1, 2, 3, the 3rd string down. D, you're going to strum that one. Okay, that's your D chord. That'll give you D, and if you had the other 2 chords that we learned, C and G. You can play Sweet Home Alabama. You know, you go D, C, and G. You could play, what's another good one? Guns N' Roses. That's D, and then goes C, and G. Okay, now if you watched the Super Bowl last night and watched Eminem, okay, that's also a song that's in the key of D, and all they're doing there is you use the first note of the D, and you play a power chord, which is the root of the chord, and the 5th degree of the chord, which is A, which is this note here. Playing that together gives you a power chord, and you go like this. And you just move your finger over one. Now who's the real Slim Shady? Okay, so that is how to make a D chord. Again, it looks like this. And what you want to do is, instead of keeping your fingers in the center of the frets, you want to crush them all together like that. Keep them real nice and close. D chord, a lot of easy things you could do in it too, as well as you could make it suspended fourth chords. You could put your pinky on here on the 3rd fret on the bottom. And that gives you D suspended fourth, so you can play something like this. You're strumming a D in a song. You've heard that a lot. You could also remove your middle finger, and that'll give you what's called a D suspended 2nd chord. So the suspended chords mean that there's no 3rd in the chord, okay? It either has the 4th or the 2nd, but no 3rd. So you're gonna be like this, D, and suspended 2nd, take off your middle. Suspended 4th, put on your 4th. D chord is also cool because the same shape will turn into other things. So later on in your studies, you might want to learn about, say, a diminished chord. Now, a diminished chord, an easy way to get that is to take the D shape, move everything up 1 string, and then put your pinky back on the 3rd on the bottom string, and that'll give you what's called an E diminished 7 chord, which sounds like this. Okay? And that's the same shape as the D. Look at that. It just moved up 1. Now, if you take this whole thing and move it up 1 more time, you get what's called a 9th chord. Okay? Or what's called a B minor 7 flat 5. Same thing. They're an interchangeable chord. There's a chord substitution going on here. Most times, blues players and pop players will play this. Not so much pop players, but more blues, jazz players will play this chord and refer to it as a 9th chord, especially if you're playing like swing, jump blues, that kind of stuff. So you start off with your D chord and you move up everything up 1 string, put your pinky on, that gives you a diminished, and you go up another string and you get a 9th chord. So that's the same shape, just adding on your pinky. So you can get a few extra little bonus tricks out of your D chord, okay? So that's the D chord. Hopefully this lesson helped you out. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the page for more lessons. I'm going to pick it out here and do blues and E just like we started. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more. If you have anything that you'd like me to talk about in these live videos, they're lots of fun to do, so please let me know. And keep sharing and playing music and enjoying your guitar. I'll see y'all next time.